Hello. The number one crisis in the world is really not what you think. No, it's not global warming. No, it's not terrorism. No, it's not even COVID-19. The number one threat to our planet as we sit here today is that we as humans have collectively given up and are giving up our capacity to speak openly to our true voice, to give our unique, authentic message to the world. Hi, I'm Dr. Fred, the Undoctor, and I'm the founder of WelcomeToHumanity.net and of the True Voice podcasting methodology. I'm also America's expert on delivering true voice into the world to the millions of people waiting to receive it. You know how we all have very busy lives? We have commitments, we have responsibilities, we have appointments, we have Zoom calls, and we have phone calls, and we have chores, and we have children, and then boom, our day is over. Lost, forgotten. And it's like, wait a minute, what about me? I had something to say. I wanted to say it, and I didn't get it out. Why is it that we don't get our voice out? It's because our plate is full. Well, when we have a full plate, I have it that there's two options. Number one, we can have things drop off the plate because they're too full. Or we can take things off the plate that we otherwise wish that we were doing and therefore forget or stop doing things that are very important to us. I don't think that's such a great option. But there is another, much more desirable option, and that is we can increase the size and the capacity of our plate so that we can take on everything that's important to our life, everything that matters to us, and even more. And that's the option that I focus on in my methodology, the True Voice methodology. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you a simple method that I've developed to increase the size of your plate, to increase your capacity, and in doing so, give you the much needed room and space to bring your true voice out into the world, quickly, effortlessly, and painlessly, and to bring it out for the people who are truly anxiously waiting to hear from the real you. So here we go. Who are you? I really want to know. I'll tell you who Dr. Fred is. I, Dr. Fred, went from being a 2-time college dropout, broke and broken in spirit, to eventually becoming an internationally renowned psychiatrist with 30 plus years of experience, and now as the ambassador for the nation to bring people's true voice out into the world where it belongs. Let me tell you a little story about how I got to be the True Voice ambassador. I'm never going to forget that evening when I was driving from Chicago to Detroit on I-94. I was born in Detroit, and I was on my way home to visit my family. As I looked in my rearview mirror, a pair of headlights was approaching me from behind. So I sped up a little because he was getting a little close, and he kept on approaching, and then boom, he hit me from behind. I was like, wow, oh wow. And then he hit me again. And when he hit me the second time, I went careening off into the woods on the side of the highway, rolling like a pool ball. My brakes, they didn't work. I couldn't stop. My steering wheel, well, that was pretty ineffective too. I couldn't steer. I was simply tumbling. Those 7 seconds seemed like an eternity. And when I realized that I was somehow still alive, I double-checked, checked my faith, make sure I have 10 fingers, make sure my legs work, and then noticed that my car was actually upright. And I realized I better get out of my car. I'd seen enough movies to know that there could be a serious problem on the other side of this. So as I walked out of my car and got my bag out of the sunroof, where I reached into the trunk and pulled it out, I started thinking, what just happened? Like, what happened over there? And I realized that I had had an amazing conversation during those 7 seconds with God. You see, God was there and he said to me something like, Fred, kind of shaking his head and rubbing his chin. little bit disgusted because actually this was my second car accident that was death-defying in the last eight or so years. And he said, you know, I'm going to give you another chance. And it should be stated that all of us get another chance every day. But back to God, he said, I'm going to give you another chance. I'm going to send you back to earth, and you have so much experience. You have so much wisdom. You have so much to say, and you haven't been bringing your true voice to the world. So your mission is to bring your true voice to the world. And not only that, your mission is to be the source of other people bringing their true voice to the world. Well, I had no choice but to accept that challenge. And from that very day, I went to work. So that is why over the next several years, I developed the Welcome to Humanity brand and the True Voice methodology, which I've been refining and sharing with anybody who is really ready to get their message out. Now, with authority in this lifetime. So let me tell you about one of my recent clients, Anna. Well, Anna's a great lifetime learner. She's a great mom. She's a great wife. She's even a caring grandmother recently. And all she does is give and give and give and give to her friends and give to her family and give to the community. And Anna heard about the services that I provide and realized that she had not been finding her and speaking her true voice. So she asked me to help her, and we started working just a couple months ago. Well, in those next couple months, Anna has developed herself her own successful podcast, and in fact has been asked to speak on virtual stages in 3 separate locations in the next coming months. Anna called me recently after sending me a bouquet of flowers and thanking me for giving her life back, and she was just lit up. She said that her relationship with her husband and her family has improved dramatically, and she noticed that her intimacy is actually back with her husband. You see, Anna hadn't realized that by not having her true voice, her intimacy and her relationship with her husband had deteriorated slowly, insidiously, but for real. And now it was beginning to be back, and she was thrilled and just wanted to tell me. Folks, this program really works. Look, let's be real here. The times have changed, and our ability to deliver our true voices has become more and more challenging. It's been really difficult to communicate. Our efforts and our ability to do so has been eroding. I, for one, have a deep, heartfelt concern that people nowadays are going to live an entire life and never actually speak those honest truths that are theirs. The greatest tragedy that I can imagine is, in fact, to live a true life, never having taken the opportunity to speak your true voice into the world, to become the person that we were actually brought here to be. So for those of you who are resonating or who are called or who are inspired or moved by anything that I'm saying, for yourself or someone you know or love, I invite you to click the link that's in the Zoom link, the Zoom chat below, or if that doesn't work, feel free to text me at 916-671-0007 and write the words, "Let's talk." In the meantime, folks, I really want you to speak. Speak to your friends, speak to your family, speak to your world. As it turns out, it's time to deliver your true message. Now is the time. Today is the day. In other words, speak now or forever hold your peace. I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. Thank you for your time and for your energy for listening to me. And it's been a distinct honor sharing my true voice with you. Thank you.